Let's go now to the rise in coronavirus cases. Almost every state is seeing some kind of increase, the Midwest becoming a new hotspot. The country has more than 8 million cases. And joining me now, MSNBC medical contributor Dr. Kavita Patel and Saira Madad, a special pathogens epidemiologist. Welcome to you both. Dr. Patel, you first here. Some are calling this most recent increase a third wave of infections. Is that how you classify it? Or have we ever gotten out of a first wave?
Yeah, Alex, I think you're right. We've never really truly gotten out of the first wave. I think it's more accurate to think about what's happening today as a peak. And I think it's frustrating because people who have been feeling that pandemic fatigue that you referenced, it's real, and we're already going into a holiday season where there's a lot of kind of pent-up emotion about it. But make no mistake, we're seeing cases rising at an alarming rate across much of the country, with the Midwest and parts of the West seeing some of those double-digit positivity rates that we worry about. And with that, Alex, we worry about people traveling to and from those areas.
Especially with the holidays coming up. Sarah, here is, some of the problems, at least, facing the Midwestern states. North Dakota running out of ICU beds. Wisconsin setting records for new cases in a single day. Michigan, it now has more than 7,000 coronavirus deaths. How concerning are all these numbers right now?
They're extremely concerning for many different reasons. First, we know that there are over 42 states in the U.S. that are reporting increasing hospitalizations. The epidemic is expanding in over 45 states. We are, in a very much acute phase of this pandemic. The next 3 months are going to be extremely challenging for America for a number of other reasons as well. So right now, the mitigation strategies have not changed. It's still wearing a mask. It's still, trying to limit congregation. It's still the test, it's the test, isolate, trace and quarantine mantra. So we need to continue these measures. There's no new interventions that are happening. I think the other thing you also highlight is, the first peak was largely driven by the Northeast. We had a lot of cases here. And then the U.S., essentially plateaued at about 20,000 cases over a period of time. Then summer rolled around, and then the Sunbelt states started seeing an increased number of cases to over 70,000 per day. Now, as we speak today, we are already at 70,000 new cases per day. This number is only going to increase, and so it's very important that we stay vigilant. Our future has not been written yet, so we can certainly change this around, but we have to do it with the interventions that we've been already banking on.
Yeah. And Dr. Patel, you mentioned this pandemic fatigue. In fact, the New York Times is calling this a new culprit, that it's creating new risks as these cases soar. So it's no surprise, of course, that people are tired of restrictions. But how do you get people to still pay attention and comply?
Yeah, you have to give people a sense of why we're doing this. And it's not just the kind of same reminders. It's reminding them that the way we can kind of fight this is complying with these measures, and it keeps everyone safe around us so that we can have a holiday season to look forward to. It's just going to be smaller and it's different. And Alex, I like to make the analogy that it's a lot of what we have to do when we're thinking about nutrition and healthy choices. We have to sometimes make these swaps in order to be able to have kind of a longer, healthy life. And that's exactly what we're battling. Yeah. And I also think you have to acknowledge the fatigue and don't minimize it. Just acknowledge the fact that you're frustrated and that you're emotionally limited, but deal with it head on and still move forward and protect the people around you, including yourself.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.